Alright, welcome to a TPO flight a month. This month we're going to make a Prince Nymph. This month, I mean, well, the last 2 months. But here it goes. The hook's pre-leaded with 20 thousandths wire, black tungsten bead. You can use gold, silver, you can use copper, whatever you like. The hook, this one's a size 10, Gamakatsu S10 barbless. So for my thread, I'm going to start off with UTC red in 70. Gonna make a slight taper going back to my lead wire there. Alright, now for the tails on the fly, I'm gonna use brown turkey biots. So if you look, I'm gonna match them up as close as I can. Oh, there's 3 there. Minus 1 equals 2. So there we go. Alright. So they're about the same length. I'm going to tie those in on the top of the hook and secure them down. So if you look, the tails are starting to spread apart. They're starting to splay. So now I'm going to come back down with my thread and I'm going to tie them in. Come back up here, put them up, and I'm going to cut. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab peacock herl. This one's pretty bad, as you can see. So I'm going to pick out 5 good ones. That might be hard here. There's 1. 2. 3. Wow, these are really bad. 4. I guess the peacock herl monster came and took them all away before I got mine. That's alright. So now I'm going to put them all together. Very important that you want to tie it in by the tips. So I'm going to line all the tips together because that's where all the nice fluffy stuff is. That one's bad. How'd that one get in there? Justin must have done that. That one's bad too. And there. So if you look, now I have that. I'm going to tie them in. Go to the rear of the hook. Cut this. Now we're flying. Now I'm going to get a piece of copper wire. This is brassy sized copper wire here. Going to tie it in. And I'm going to come back up to the front of the fly. Alright. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to wrap the body. This is why you want the best, most fluffy peacock herl you can find, because you get that real iridescence and it shows the fish a lot of different colors. That's why peacock herl is such a good material for flies. Even though they make all the dubbings, you still can't beat the natural material. So now we're done with that. Now if you notice, I wound it this way going away from you. This I'm going to wrap towards me. I'm going to counter rib the body to hold the peacock herl together better. So if you look, I wrap the other material away from me, and this I'm coming toward me. So there. Gonna take 2 turns. These are junk scissors, so we're gonna cut it there. Now the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take Hen Hackle. This is grizzly dyed brown dyed grizzly. Alright, and if you look, size 10, so I need to match up a hackle that's about the width of the hook gap. So there's a good one right there. There's our victim. We're going to pull that out. Now when we wrap this in, I'm going to pull this back with my fingers. So if you look there, that's focused much better. I'm going to take it, I'm going to snip it so I have a little butt end to tie into the fly. So we're going to come back. I'm going to wrap this in once, twice, 3 times, cinch it down. A couple wraps in front. Now I'm going to wet this so it's easy to deal with. We just want this to just have a nice webby appearance, create some bulk in the thorax of the nymph. So now I wrap my hackle. I'm going to clip. I'm going to brush them back. There. Now the last step of the nymph here is to take white biots and tie them in to imitate the wings of the emerging nymphs. So here we go. I have two right there. I'm going to line up the tips, match up the tips nicely here. All right. And I'm going to put them right over the top of the nymph. Now, to tie these in nice, you're going to take your thumb and your pointer finger and you're going to put them over the top there and go once, twice, hold it down, and if you look, now I have two even tips. Make a couple more thread wraps. Now it's up to you what you do. I like to fold them back on top of each other to cut it. You can cut them now. I just like to fold them on top of each other just so I know that they're never gonna pull loose. And I make some more thread wraps in front. So there I have a red collar. Kind of a hot spot on the fly, I guess. So here I'm gonna snip one. Told you these scissors aren't that good. Cut two. Make a few more thread wraps. Well, more than a few. Alright, I'm gonna take my glue. Gonna brush it on the thread. And we're gonna finish this one off. And there's our Prince Nymph. This is a good one for Isonychia. The fall's coming, so this is about the time you want to have a whole pile of these in your box. So go have at it.